guys, it's me, Jennifer Montgomery. It's Wednesday, June 10th. I'm in North Carolina. No, I'm in South Carolina. I got the day right. Now I'm getting my location incorrect. I'm in South Carolina. I'm driving home to Key West. I spent 1 week in Pennsylvania and the Philadelphia area, like where I'm from, with my family in quarantine for a week. I made it out alive. Success. Yeah, through the eclipse, through quarantine, through a whole week in quarantine with my family, when I'm used to like totally just like being in my own energy and just like doing my own thing in a peaceful and just in a more peaceful place. The difference between Key West and Philadelphia energy is an absolute and complete paradigm shift. So it's really hard for me sometimes to go back to that energy because I intentionally left that behind. But it can also feel a little bit like a tug of war because that's where I grew up and that's where my family is and, like, you know, my longtime friends. But I love Key West and I have love there too. So there's like, I have love in both places, which is really awesome, but sometimes it feels like a tug of war. So it's kind of symbolic of what I feel like the current energies are like on our planet, because I feel as though there's like a divide. So it's interesting like how life works out and like we end up, of course, where we need to be at all times. But I guess that's kind of what I popped on here for today. It's just because of the energy. Like June is forecasted to be a pretty active, interesting, intense month, just because of we just had a full moon and an eclipse. Now we're gonna have another eclipse, I believe, in like a week and a half. Then we have another one in July. Like half the freaking solar system's in retrograde. So like, I'm laughing, but it's like, it's not really that funny because it doesn't really feel that comfortable. To be perfectly honest, I tend to make fun of that stuff so I don't get all like, you know, wah wah wah, like down all of them and like shadow energy and stuff, but it feels uncomfortable as fuck, to be perfectly honest. I've been a little cranky, I've been tired, I just feel like I feel it. So as a person that feels energy, I saw this really awesome I think it was like a meme on social media the other day, which was like amazing because it was the best description in a picture to depict what it feels like to feel energy. Like when I say I feel it, like it's like I feel it in my body. Like I can feel someone else's energy in my body. So like let's just say I'm near someone or in close proximity, and I don't even have to be because there's some people I have like connection with. One in particular, because I am a twin flame and I know I'm claircognizant. I just know shit and I can feel. So sometimes I have to really, really discern, is this my shit or is this your shit? And it can be very exhausting at times. And then even with the collective energies, I mean, we have political things going on, we have riots going on, we have pandemic things going on. It's a lot. And I do what I can to like shield myself from the negativity and be in a place of appreciation that this is a shift, but it's not always easy. So, and articulating that to people can be a challenge too, because it sounds like I'm speaking a foreign language, and in many cases I am, to people that are just not in that place yet. So it's not a statement of judgment. It is actual, like it's real. So I have like a soul group of friends that get me, or we get each other. Like we speak the same language. So like I'll say things like 3D or 5D or some other freaking dimension. Like I literally mean, like, sometimes I'm not there, like I'm not in that place, like in a 3D ego kind of energy. So it was awesome yesterday because I spoke with a friend, she's in Alabama, and like we're like in the same, like we have all these parallels. So like I get like where she's at because we're speaking energy. But it sounds like I've lost my shit, like I'm off my rocker, like, but I'm not, like, because I can sense things. And then that's the thing is like there's like these shifts that happen. So if I'm talking to certain people that are in a different place, sometimes there's tension. So times like this, they're great to retreat and like kind of just like take steps back and just be present in my own energy and just kind of like let things unfold, because I don't know. I'm just in it. So it feels heavy. So the things that are coming up that feel like too much, I'm just working to release them. I'm working to stay positive and present, but aware. So in my travels, I've noticed, and I say this all the time about turning off the TV, I've had good experience with traveling. So it's been positive, it's been easy, it's been peaceful, basically uneventful. It's been really beautiful. It looks like, I've just taken straight shots right up for 95. I was about to say 422, but that was in Pennsylvania. Up 95, and it's been really easy. There's a lot of truckers all over the place, so thank you to them, because we're getting the things that we need, or we think we need, the essentials. There's a lot of construction happening. I see a lot of road work. Rest stops have been worked on. And what is really interesting is that one of the things that I had spoke about, or had kind of put out there at the beginning of this pandemic, was about 5G. So of course we're going to be told that they're not connected, but I really started looking into it just because of some of the research I saw in other countries. And then of course I start seeing like advertising for 5G, and 5G is not just for faster internet. So I really think it's important for people to understand what 5G actually encompasses, because it's radiation, but it also supports like surveillance and well, I'm not going to go into it because then people start saying I need a tinfoil hat, and I don't. I'm aware. So what I've seen, just starting in Miami, I saw a lot of 5G towers, a lot, and those were just the visible ones. There's some that are not visible. They can be hidden. So pay attention to that. Again, it's radiation, and it's not like your microwave. It's like way, way, way more intense than what is in like your microwave that you put your food in to like zap it, and that's not even good for us. So imagine what this is doing to us as humans and our environment. Radiation's not healthy. It's cancer causing. But through Maryland, as I was driving yesterday through there, I was noticing these signs for like speed, like tickets. I guess it's like surveillance, so that if like you're speeding, you're basically being monitored, and then you'll have tickets issued through cameras, which that's the first time I've noticed that. So that leads me to believe it's new, simply because I am very observant, and I've traveled between Philadelphia and Key West since 2012. So this isn't the first time I've traveled on these roads, and I've done so very frequently. So with that said, I saw many of these signs along 95 in Maryland, and then I noticed, because I do know what these 5G towers look like, so I've researched that the beginning of this pandemic, so I was aware of what to look for if the information I was finding was in fact true. And yeah, it's true. So you'd see the signs for the tickets, or basically like a reminder to follow the speed limit, and which is really awesome for me because I tend to drive really fast. But yeah, then you'd see the towers with all like they look like they're kind of like rectangular. I'm not a technology person, but if you look them up online, you'll find them, and they attach them to these towers. But then there's other ones that look like they're like on poles, and on the top of the pole is like a circular kind of like shape. And then sometimes they're hidden, and like if you've ever like really looked, you can tell something's like a fake tree, but it's in fact like something like technology. So I don't really sound that educated on it because my mind doesn't compute with that sort of thing, but I have visuals. I'm a visual person, so if I see it, it does, it's like a reminder. So, and I have like the information stored like on my phone and on my computer, so I can verify it later, like, oh yeah, that is what I saw. So these are things that I believe were happening while we were in quarantine. But yeah, that's kind of like, it's like I feel like now we've emerged into like this new world, and it's like really bizarre. And another thing is the going through the tolls, they're not taking like anywhere that took money, with the exception of Delaware. Delaware still had actual humans taking money, like actual cash money, but in Maryland it said just go through, just keep going, don't stop, we'll mail you a bill. So we're being watched. I mean, we're being surveilled, we're trackable. So I'm just putting that out there. So it's just kind of like an interesting thing to like kind of wrap my mind around in that way. That coupled with like these energies, and it's like I have the cognizance like, yeah, things are changing, but I'm not really sure in what way, because we really haven't gotten like any clear indication of like, or like a blueprint, like here, this is what's happening. But I feel it, and I feel things shifting, and I really don't have any other choice than to go with it and just be present and stay positive and like not judge it. But it's a practice. So if anyone's going through these things, just know that you're not alone in it. And as the energies come up, it's like all kinds of crazy stuff. It's not just old stuff, it's like shadow stuff, it's just like ego stuff. And I'm just like, you know, it's an opportunity to like get with myself, but then some of it's not even mine. So then I'm just like, I have to do like all this energetic, like, you know, cleansing and clearing. So it can be a really difficult time for like, you know, empaths, for people that feel energy, because it's like waves of it come in, and it's just like seemingly out of nowhere. I can be fine, and then I start feeling stuff, and I'm like, what is this? Like, where did you just come from? Because this is just like not like you're like cramping my style today. You're cramping my energy. I don't like it. So, and it can take a little work to kind of like work out of it. But at the same time, it's just a reminder to just allow, surrender to it, and then just trust that it has, you know, a purpose. Because as I was like, you know, in the Philadelphia area, a lot of things were like kind of like coming up for me as like reminders of like, you know, why I don't live there anymore. But I just wanted to stay present and stay in the like appreciation of what is there. And I can't change that, like, you know, so I sat with it when I kind of wanted to run away from it, to be perfectly honest. But it's there, you know, and there's beauty in both sides. It's just that, but I have a choice, and you know, my choice is that I choose not to live in that what I perceive as chaotic energy. I don't like it. It doesn't feel good to me. My body literally, like my energy field like repels that. It's just like everything's telling me no. It's like all these signals are going off. So I can appreciate that I have that attunement and that consciousness. So, but sometimes it's really hard having that, because it's like hyper awareness and hypersensitivity. So just a reminder to be compassionate to everybody. We're all going through our own stuff in our own ways, and I'm here if anyone wants to reach out. My information is, I'm on social media, we all know this. I do the things on YouTube. I haven't really been all that consistent with it, so I don't really show up that I'm probably easier to reach on like Facebook and Instagram and email. So my website's jennifermontgomery.net. My either Facebook or Instagram is Jennifer Montgomery Artist, and then you can find me on YouTube too. But yeah, I'm around, and I hope everyone has an awesome day, and hang in there. And yeah, it's unfolding. So awesome. Have a great day. Be nice to each other, love each other, stay in your own lane, and be happy. Okay, bye.